welcome to my channel. So today I decided I'm gonna do it's not a story time. I don't know if it's a story time or what. A story time of my pregnancy and how I told my parents I was pregnant, all that jazz that goes with being pregnant and all that, telling off the parents, telling the boyfriend, all that mess. So I got pregnant in 2020, I think. I know, in 2020. So when I got pregnant, I came across a story time of somebody talking about how they got pregnant, how they told their parents they were pregnant. My story is kind of like similar in the sense of I knew from a long time ago that I was not gonna be able to have children of my own. It was something completely new to me that I could actually have children of my own. In all the 3 years, that I knew, you know what, it's never gonna happen for you, ma'am. I knew it was never gonna happen. It is not possible. You're not about to have your own child anytime soon. That was me knowing that, like, on a daily. Okay, this person did say they knew they were never gonna have children. It was confirmed by the gynae and they got pregnant. Same here. I knew I was never gonna have children of my own. Well, I've been saying that, but I knew. Now, at that time, my partner and I had been together for like 2 years, and we started taking things to the next level, in the sense of like, yeah. So I did not find out I was pregnant. So what had happened was I was at work this one time. While at work, a colleague had asked me, it was lunchtime, it was around lunch. A colleague had asked me to heat up her lunch box. So it was in the beginning of COVID. Remember when COVID started? And there was lockdown, everything were like, yeah. So it was in the beginning of COVID, and I was like, I got into the kitchen and there was chicken in the microwave. Somebody was cooking chicken with the microwave. I've never smelled anything nastier. It smelled horrible. It smelled, I don't know what it smelled like, but chicken never smells like that. I don't like meat, no. I'm not a meat person. I'm very selective when it comes to meat. I'm very selective of what I eat in terms of meat, that is. But that chicken, that's when I started thinking hard. I was like, and mind you, that day everybody at work kept on saying, why do you look like you're hungover? Did you go out the previous night? I did not go out the previous night, but I was looking like a mess. Everybody kept on saying, you're so hungover. I'm like, I'm not hungover. I did not go out. Like, I'm just tired. Hey, but people just kept at it. No, when you're hungover, you just don't want to tell the truth. You know what, you're hangover. You're hangover. I leave the kitchen, ask somebody else to heat up our food, leave, because I couldn't. And then I started thinking, yes, sometimes, I have irregular periods. My periods are not straight. I cannot have, my periods are not straight. I don't get my periods every month on the same date, or every month around the same date. It doesn't happen for me. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And it's not because of contraceptives. I haven't been consistent on contraceptives. I would be on contraceptives for 2 months, and then the next 6 months I'm not on contraceptives, because it has always been like that. Even way before I got intimate, it has always been like that my periods are not straight. So yeah, I was not worried about that part. If I don't get my period, if and to think about it, I started thinking, when was the last time I had my period? Like, that's when now things started coming together. Like, when was the last time? I couldn't even remember the last time I had my period because it didn't make sense, because I wouldn't. During the course of the day, a friend is like, when sometimes you feeling like, really, I look hungover, and I did tell a certain friend, I was like, you know what, I'm feeling like, hey, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like, I don't feel well. When you're just not feeling well, and you're like, oh, it's probably because now, unenyongo. I don't know what to call it in English. Unenyongo, you should get missed alba, or unalegana, because Tswana, unalegana, you just want to get milk alba or get a stamata or something, you'll feel fine afterwards. That's the friend's recommendation. She recommended that I get a stamata or I get mist alba. I was like, okay, I'll get that after work. Mind you, the following day I'd be working, so I was like thinking about it too much, like, oh, okay, if I get it now, tomorrow I'm not working, so I'll just drink. Okay, fine. There comes ixesha lotshayisa. I decide, you know what, let me just buy pregnancy test, not for control. Mind you, when this friend and I went out for lunch, she was so surprised to see me buy a pregnancy test. She was like, are you suspecting maybe you're pregnant? I'm like, you guys are telling me something's off, so corridor off, and indeed there was something off. So I was like, so let me just get the missed alba and then get the pregnancy test, just She was like, okay, fine, get the pregnancy test. I got the pregnancy test, I got the missed alba, but in my head, I don't need a pregnancy test. I'm not gonna use it. And the universe sometimes is like, do it. And you're like, what am I doing? Because it doesn't make sense. Got the pregnancy test, went home, got home, slept it off. Following day, wake up, and then an hour later, I'm like, no man, take a pregnancy test. I bought a pregnancy test, so let me give this a try. Took the pregnancy test, did the things, and indeed, Pofuke, before I even found out, my then boyfriend, was not around. He went home for personal reasons. So I was alone, like, for that month. I was alone the whole month. I wouldn't see him. I couldn't see him the whole month. So I woke up, took the test, started getting busy around the house, cleaning my place, started with the dishes. I remember I was doing the dishes when I actually saw it. As I was doing the dish, Kana, pregnancy test, I'll go, I check. Dishone, I'm very sure of this. 5 minutes, if not 10 minutes, passed while I looked at a stick that I peed on. 10 minutes passed. I looked at the stick, I don't know what was going through my mind. I'm pretty sure nothing was going through my mind at that time. I was just, wow. Wow. So, my thing is, I started thinking, yo, I've never been so blank in my life. I couldn't finish anything afterwards. Anything. I just sat down, like, nothing, staring into thin air. When you're staring into thin air, you're not doing anything, you're just, there's no music playing, you're just I swore I was going crazy that day. I swore I was gonna go insane. Listen, so fine. I decide, you know what? Should I tell my boyfriend? Maybe after a good 5 hours after finding out. I don't know if I should tell my boyfriend. I don't know if I should tell mom. But it's definitely not on my mind. Telling mom is not an option. And telling boyfriend, maybe I can tell him. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but maybe I should tell them, you know? As if like it's something that's not gonna be evident as months go by. Because it's gonna be evident. People are gonna see it. What are you planning on doing with your life? And one thing about me, I can't keep something that is, you know, something that is, I don't know, intendlayo angikwazi keeper inside for too long. I have to tell somebody. Somebody has to know. Somebody has to carry that baggage with me. Hey, somebody has to carry that burden with me. Hey, I cannot. So I decided to you know what? Now it's nighttime. It's at night. Now I'm like, hey, remember I did the test in the morning. Now I decided to put, you know what? It's not on never. Just took a picture of the pregnancy test thingy, sent it to boyfriend, switched off my phone. I don't know who came with this thing of switching off your phone when you tell your boyfriend something like such news. But I switched off my phone. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but at that time it seemed like a good idea. It really seemed like a good idea. So I switched off my phone. An hour later I was like, no way, let me just deal with it. Hey, see, and then just we'll see. Let me take it like a man. Let me take it like a woman, that is. Pregnancy ago is okay. Pregnancy ago is in the sense of like, wow. Fine. I turn on my phone. This man has not seen this text. It was around 7. He has not seen it because there are no blue ticks, only one tick since I sent that. I was like, wow, now I'm sure I don't want to call him. I don't want to talk to him. Like I'm not feeling like calling him, telling him over the phone or anything, you know. So now at around 9 he calls. He called, is like, whose picture is that? I'm like, it's from me to you. I sent it to you. Like, it's mine. He's like, what do you mean it's yours? I say, I mean it's mine. At this point I'm getting annoyed because I'm panicking, and now you're not coming with solutions, you're asking me stupid questions, you know. And then he's like, but I thought, okay, he knew of my situation. I've told him several times. I don't care. I know it's not gonna happen. I'm not that guy, so it's not gonna happen for me. I'm not gonna get pregnant. He says, okay, Shabu, fine. Are you serious? I say, yeah, I'm serious. Are you sure? I'm like, dude, you have the picture. I sent you the picture. What do you mean, am I sure? Which kind of sure do you want me to? Hey, which kind of sure do you want me to be? He just laughed it off. And now I'm wondering, is this a good laugh, happy laugh, or is this a hey, I wonder kind of laugh? Or I was very confused. And then I hung up because I felt disrespected. How do you laugh when I tell you I'm pregnant? Is it funny? It's not funny. Why are you laughing? Fine. He calls back. Why did you hang up? No, I'm like, no, I have network problems. At that time, I'm very annoyed. I am not in the mood to continue this conversation because why? I did not choose to be in this kind of situation, so why? Fine. And then he tells me, "Good to listen. Hey, it has happened. There's nothing we can do from now. Now I knew you said this would never happen, so it's fine. Let's just." Yes, I'm surprised it did not take him long. Like, it didn't take him days or weeks in order for him to decide, you know what, it's fine. I'll be in the baby's life, or no, do something about it, or he just immediately accepted the situation. Okay, Shaba, this is what's happening right now, so there's nothing we can do about this except and now it was time to tell the parents. He had told me that he was going to tell his parents the next day. I was not ready to tell mine anytime soon. I was remember, I am 25. I was 25 years old. It's not like I am 16 or something. I am 25. This is my very first pregnancy. But the way I was scared, okay. So my sister had gotten pregnant before I did. It was a year before, so it was fine. I remember when she told, I was trying to get ideas now, like, hey, how to tell your parents, googling, hey, going on YouTube, how do you tell your parents you're pregnant, hey. So okay, when my sister came out with the news, she told me first. She told me that she was pregnant, and she created a WhatsApp group for mom, for everybody at the house, and then went on and told everybody in there, because at that time she was not around. She was in a different province. He told us on a WhatsApp group. So I was thinking, should I do the same thing, or should I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I did not know what to do, because at the time I was not living with my parents. I was living at my own place. I was thinking, should I just go home and then break the news, or just call them, or just send a text? Better yet, just send a text. Why is it so stressful? It is very stressful coming out with these kind of news, hey? Very stressful. I decide maybe I should tell my little sister, and then my little sister will break the news for me to my parents. Smart move, right? Then it didn't happen that way. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna tell everybody with the same method, like I'm gonna use the same method to tell everybody. I'm just gonna send this, and then I sent the picture to my mom. I got a response immediately. She said, "When?" I said, "I don't know. Took it today." She said, "Okay, I'll tell Dad." She said, "Okay, when are you telling Dad?" I'm like, I'm never gonna tell him. I just came clean and said, I'm never gonna tell him this. He will see for himself. I'm not gonna sit with Dad and then be like, dude, so I'm pregnant. Why? I was not gonna do it. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. If you do it, then fine. But personally, I'm not gonna do it. Husband calls, Pofu, then boyfriend, calls, and then he tells me, I've told my parents. I'm like, okay. The deal was, we tell our parents the next day, and I haven't told mine. And then he's like, have you told your parents? No, I haven't. Why? Because I told them the next day. Like, I already told his parents today. I told mine the next day. I had to gather courage and tell mine. So, because I was under pressure, like, I was pressured into telling them, because he felt like if I tell them the news, if I tell my parents the news, it's only fair that you tell your parents what's going on, so that we see a way forward, we move, you know? Yeah, fine. So mom kept on saying, I know you planned this pregnancy. I'm like, how did I plan it? She said, you always said when you would have your first child when you're 25. You know, sometimes you just say things. You just enjoy. Oh, I'm gonna have my child when I'm 25. And then 25 came. Yeah, and I got pregnant at 25. So it only made sense to her that this whole thing was planned. It was not an overnight kind of thing. You planned it. And next, I didn't plan it. I really didn't plan it. I just said, you know, when you're 10, you say, oh, when I'm 12, I'll be I'll do this. Thinking go to 12 is a very big age, or that maybe at 12 you would have matured. I don't know, something like that. But it was something along those lines with me. I used to think 25 was a big deal. I'll be 25. I'll be counting. Where? Where? I could be 40 and still feeling like, what? So that's what happened again. That is how I told my mom I was pregnant, and that is how I told my boyfriend.